Hey fellas, welcome back to the channel. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while or if you're new, my whole channel is about helping guys like you basically to level up your style, your grooming and your mindset so that you can just become the best version of yourself. So in today's vlog, we're going to be diving into something that I get asked a lot, and that is, who should I follow for style inspiration? So what I've done is I've pulled together a list of 5 of the best menswear Instagram accounts to follow in 2025. Now, I'm not talking about Instagram accounts which are catwalks and crazy outfits. I'm talking about guys with real wearable style that can actually help you look and feel better in your day-to-day life. Now, whether you're 25 or 55, whether you're into your tailoring or your trainers, there's someone on this list for you. So let's jump into it. Okay, first up is Blake Scott. Now, let's pop his account up here so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, this guy, for me, brings that polished vibe. You know, he's elevated casual, clean tailoring, and grooming us always on point. But what I specifically like about Blake is that he keeps things simple but sharp. You know, he's often wearing trousers and loafers, which at the moment is one of my favourite looks. But he does it to the point where it never feels overdone. So he's managed to nail the balance between both relaxed and refined. Now, some of the takeaways that I've pointed out to myself when I've looked at his account is the impact that layering can have. Like, you'll see him wearing a mix of lightweight jackets, polos and smart outerwear, but it's always in a way that makes everything look elevated. The other thing as well that I took away from his account is the importance of accessories. You know, his watches, his sunglasses and bags, they're always dialed in specifically to really showcase his outfit. And then lastly is that grooming matters. You know, you can have a great look, but if your grooming's not right, it can just throw it completely off balance. So, you know, his looks remind you that great style includes how you carry yourself as well. One of the other things is we spoke about, you know, accounts that give inspiration, and one of the inspirational things that I've pulled from Blake's account is something new that I'd like to try, and that's possibly a pair of drawstring trousers with a tucked in polo and loafers. I think it just gives an easy, polished and modern look at the same time. Okay, next up is Daniel, aka Magic Fox, and he's been doing this for years, and honestly, in my opinion, I think his style just keeps getting better and better. His feed is a literal masterclass in smart casual done right. Now, what you'll see with Daniel is you'll see him a lot in bomber jackets, fitted t-shirts, crop trousers and trainers, sneakers, but it's the way that it's always so effortlessly cool, the way he pulls it off. Another thing that you'll notice about Daniel as well is that he's in shape, so his clothes always fit just right. And that's a great reminder, again, guys, you know, we've spoken about this, I've done vlogs just on this subject, but you don't need to be jacked, but fitted clothes will flatter your build. It's really important that you remember that. You know, I've recently done a whole video on this subject about how to dress for your body type. So what are the key takeaways from looking at Daniel's account, Magic Fox's account? Well, first of all, keep it fitted, guys, not tight. You know, fit is everything. The second, something that I've harped on about many times again, is stick to neutral colours, greys, blacks, olives, creams. They're timeless and they will make mixing and matching easier for you. And then the other takeaway as well is I've noticed that he's a very seasonal dresser. You know, light knits in the autumn, layered wool coats in the winter, but it all looks very well put together for the season that he's dealing with. Another little pro tip as well that I've noticed on this guy's account is that you can just literally copy his colour palette if you want that minimalist wardrobe that will always work. Okay, now let's talk about Costa Williams. Now, Costa's style is clean, it's wearable, and again, always put together. Perfect if you like that European smart aesthetic. Now, what you'll see with Costa is you'll see a mix of trench coats, fitted denim, button downs, turtlenecks, and muted colours. But he's also great at showing you how to wear dressy pieces casually. You know, a blazer with jeans, suede boots with a t-shirt. He pulls it off because everything fits, but more importantly, the tones are coordinated. So what are the takeaways from Costa's account when we look at it? Well, invest in outerwear. A great coat, an overshirt will instantly upgrade the whole outfit. We can see it here when we look through his feed. The second thing is monochrome or tonal outfits will make you look taller and leaner. Again, this is something that I spoke about in my previous vlog that I've done. The third thing is that you can dress smart without being stiff. He shows that, he showcases it. It's all about how you mix your pieces. Now, one of the takeaways again that I've got from here, a little bit of inspiration, is that we could maybe try some different looks. So, maybe a black turtleneck with grey tailored trousers, a cream overcoat and some Chelsea boots. For me, it just looks effortless, and I think it's something that his account inspires me to try. Okay, fourth on the list is Rowan Row. Now, Rowan brings gentleman energy, but with edge, I think, to his account. What you'll notice as you go through Rowan's feed is he's all about structured pieces, so long line coats, blazers, dress shoes. But what I particularly like is that he balances them with modern fits, and of course he's got that relaxed confidence that just helps to pull all his outfits together. As we go through the feed as well, you'll see that he will pair tailored blazers with slim jeans and just plain leather trainers, which is a great look. Another thing I've noticed as well is that he'll mix in a roll neck under a winter coat and just pair them up with a nice pair of sleek boots. But whatever outfit he's wearing, you can see it's always very well put together. The other thing as well about Rowan, similar to the other guys, is he understands the power of colour. Deep burgundies, camels, navies, charcoals, they're all very rich colours, but again, they're all very timeless. So what are the takeaways we can get from Rowan's account? Well, first of all, I think when I look through the feed, the importance of structured layering. When I look at some of the outfits he's got on here that are layered, he seems to look very powerful, and again, they're very well put together. The second thing is the importance of sticking to strong neutrals and then just adding a pop of deeper colour here and there. I think it's a really nice way to showcase your understanding of colour palettes. The third thing, again, something that I've gone over multiple times in previous vlogs, is fit and fabric or everything. So as we go through Rowan's account, you can see, wool, suede and cotton blends all make his outfits look more premium. So what's my style inspiration that I've picked up personally from Rowan's account? And that is what I pretty much always knew, which is build your outfits around staple pieces. So, well-fitted coats and a pair of just clean white sneakers go a long way. Okay, and finally, we've got Henry J. Wade. Now, excuse me, Henry is definitely a little bit different. I think the vibe that I pick up from his account is he's got that sort of British heritage feel to it. That feel that's grounded and classic, but at the same time still super wearable. One of the things that you'll notice as we go through his feed is that Henry does wear a lot of textured pieces. Corduroy trousers, chunky knits, flannel shirts, barbell style jackets. But what I kind of feel about his account is when I look at it is his style feels mature but not old. I think the best way I can sort of sum it up is it's just a well-considered look when I look through his account at the outfits that he's put together, if that makes sense. So what are the takeaways we can grab from Henry's account? Well, certainly it is don't sleep on earth tones. So, we can see him wearing a lot of olive, rust and beige colours. And what these colours do is they give a great depth to your outfit. But more importantly as well, these colours look great on all skin tones. So give them a go. The second thing is that texture makes everything look more interesting. We can see that. Henry's wearing a lot of wool, tweed and brushed cottons. And then lastly, one of the takeaways I grabbed is that you can mix casual and formal. We've seen here on his account, dress boots with cargos. And if it's done right, it can look really, really good. So I think with Henry's account, I think it's perfect to take inspiration from if you want to look like you've actually thought about your outfit, but without trying too hard, then I think Henry's your guy. Okay, so here's the deal. I think we can pretty much all agree that you don't need a closet full of designer clothes to dress well. What you do need is inspiration, people that get the details right, who will show you new combinations and who will help refine your own personal style. These 5 accounts, I personally think they've nailed the balance between timeless and modern. They all offer a different perspective, so whether you're into minimalism, layering, smart casual, or even classic menswear, they're there. I follow all of these accounts because even after years of caring about style, I still pick up something new all the time. And that's what this channel is all about, getting a little bit better each day. So there you have it, gents. 5 of the best menswear Instagram accounts to follow in 2025, in my opinion. Also, I'm sure there's lots of different Instagram accounts out there that you're already following that I don't know about. So if you've got any interesting ones that are really good for style inspiration, please let me know in the comments. I'd really love to check them out. Anyway, if you got any value from this video, as always, I'm going to ask you to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, remember to hit that subscription button. It's absolutely free to do. It doesn't cost a penny, but it really helps this channel to continue to grow. Anyway, in the meantime, stay sharp, stay confident, and I will catch you in the next one.